So this is the full story on how I found out that I had to go overseas professionally for basketball out of college.
I'ma make a million, I'ma stack it to the ceiling every day I wake up, I'ma make it killing, and that's for sure. What you say straight up? I'ma get my cake up, fresh off the wake up.
What's up, B-Cup TV? So you see I'm back with another video. Y'all see the title, y'all saw the little intro. So basically I'm going to tell y'all the whole story. But before I even get into this video, I want to give a shout out to a major brand that's up and coming. One of my personal friends who owns this clothing line that you see I'm wearing right now, LULA World. And I'm going to put the Instagram and everything right here. So they make t-shirts, hoodies. They even personally made this hoodie for me, D-I-N-D. I know that stands for Delays Not Denial. And you know what I'm saying? I like the brand. Matter of fact, let's look at the back of the shirt too. Let me get y'all a clear look at that. So yeah, y'all make sure to follow that. The link to their website is in the bottom of the description. It's in the description. So y'all follow that, check that out, and let's get into this video. So coming out of college, for you all that don't know my college route, I'll make that long story quick. So I went to Charleston Southern my freshman year. Didn't really like the offense, didn't really like the coach there, honestly, and I decided to transfer. So after that, I went to a junior college called Kilgore Community College. That was in Kilgore, Texas. I was first team all-conference there. Had a great season, whatever. Then I went to a HBCU called Maryland Eastern Shore. For you all that don't know, that's in the MEAC conference. That's a HBCU. Great school. To sum it up with my honors, my senior year I got first team all conference. I was 2 votes behind player of the year. So I had a great season. I averaged 17.6 rebounds, like 3 assists. So I was getting a lot of buzz about working out with NBA teams. A lot of NBA teams were inquiring about me my senior season. Even my junior season, when I entered the draft, the pre-draft, I went through the process my junior year. Decided to come back, had a great season. So a lot of teams were talking to me after my senior season was over with. So I was invited to it actually just came out that year, the IMG Combine, which is in Florida at the IMG Academy School or whatever. So that's basically the secondary NBA Combine, the one you got the one in Chicago and then you got the IMG. So I was invited to the IMG. So that's a big, you know what I'm saying, that's a very, very, very big accomplishment. For one, because I came from HBCU, that it doesn't surprise me because I always expected myself to do things like that. So I wasn't surprised, but it's still, when you reach a certain mark in your career, it is, what's the word for it? It feels good to have reached a goal, to sum it up like that. So went down there, killed it, spoke with a lot of NBA teams. I had a meeting with the Orlando Magic, that went well. Worked out for Phoenix, worked out in front of the Warriors, Cleveland, and I think, and the Spurs. So did that. Didn't hear much feedback. The only one I heard feedback the most from was from the Orlando Magic. And they were talking about inviting me up for workouts and stuff like that, talking about Summer League. Long story short, it never happened. So I'm basically going in a draft night. In my head, I'm already accepting, like, I'm probably not going to get drafted tonight because I haven't even worked out personally, got invited to the actual workout for NBA teams. All I did was a combine. So I had already accepted that in my head. So still watching the entire draft. And when I didn't hear my name get called, I'm not going to lie, I was heartbroken to death. I was very, very, very heartbroken, very hurt, cried all that night. And I was still having hopes that a team might call me the next morning because a lot of times they do that. They'll call you in to basically just sign like a summer league deal, whatever like that. So I was waiting on that, didn't get it, crying my eyes out. And honestly, honest to God, did not leave my room for like 3 days. I was that hurt. I didn't leave. Literally, I didn't leave my room. I was staying with my parents at the time. I didn't leave my bedroom for 3 days. I promise you. I was just laying in there asleep, just mad, thinking about everything, because everything just hit me at once because I always saw myself, which I still do see myself doing. I always saw myself going to the NBA right after college, and just that was my path that I saw for myself, and I felt like I was well deserving of it. I do feel like I was not mentioned or not considered much because I went to HBCU. That's another story, but I really do feel like that. But got past that, and in my head, I'm like, I'm just gonna move forward. So still not even really thinking about overseas. In my head, I was kind of thinking about doing G League at first. But fast forward, I want to say it was August. I was at my school working out with my team, with my old college teammates, University of Maryland Eastern Shore. And I got a call from my agent. He said, so this is the next move. I said, okay, talk to me. and he said we got a team in Argentina that wants you to come be a big part of their offense. Want you to lead the offense. They want me to lead and be that guy on the team. So in my head, I'm on the phone and I'm like, Argentina, and I'm just like, what? Like, what you like, Argent? Like, it just didn't register in my head. I was just like shocked because I was also like, I was pretty lit at the moment. I think we were out partying, whatever. So I'm like, okay. I said, can we talk about it tomorrow? Like, finish up the details tomorrow? He said, yeah, cool. So I was excited about it. So I'm like, I already know I got a professional offer. Like, that's still the dream, like, to go pro. So inside, I was feeling good. And also, I had a lot of mixed emotions. Like, I ain't gonna cap. I still get emotional talking about it. So bear with the kid. I ain't about to cry nothing, but you feel me? So look. So I'm just like, dang, like, overseas, Argentina at that, like, we're not even talking about Europe, we talking about South America, Argentina. I'm like, damn. So I actually didn't speak back to my agent until I went back home a few days later. And I just remember being at the gym with my dad, we were working out, and then we were just talking about it. I'm just like, I think I'm going to Argentina. And my dad's excited. I'm excited too, though. Like, I was excited, but it was a lot of mixed emotions. I told my dad, he was excited. He was like, I mean, shit, this is what we've been working for our whole life, to go pro. And I said, that's a fact. It is a fact. And just because, and this is when I really, really, really got big on delays, not denial, because he was just like, just because this is where you're going to start off don't mean that's where you're going to finish at. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. So that kind of, well, not kind of, it did it, pointed my head in a new direction, like, all right, you know what, this is just another stepping stone. We're going to attack this opportunity, this great opportunity. We're going to get everything we got, and we're going to see what happens from there. So that was a conversation at the gym. I get in the car, man. I get in the car by myself. I drove. And I'm just like, damn, like, I really got to go overseas. I swear I said, damn, like 10 times. And I remember I just started crying my eyes. I'm like, because in a way I kind of felt, I felt like I let myself down. Not let myself down, but I just felt like, I just didn't feel like it was fair about the opportunity that I didn't really get a fair shot at, and I knew it was because of the school I went to. Like, I really don't think it had anything to do with my ability, like the way I play. I don't think it had anything to do with it. I really just think it was the situation I was in, and it was just so frustrating at the time. I'm like, damn, on top of that, I had to leave the next week, so it's all coming hella fast. I'm like, damn, I'm about to be out the country next week in Argentina. They didn't speak English on top of that, so it was just a lot of mixed emotions. I'm pissed. I'm in the car crying for like 10 minutes. Then I go home. I did one of them things where I just stay in my room all day, and I'm just thinking about everything. Like, life is just happening so fast, and at a certain time, I just was like, you know what? This is what God got for me, so this is what I'm gonna do. Like, this is what I'm accepting. This is what I'm gonna go forward and put my all towards. I know I'm not gonna be here forever, but it's just that first initial feeling you get when you find out you're about to go overseas, when that has never even been in your vision at all. Because like I said, growing up, I've never even thought about overseas. Like, I didn't think about the word overseas until after my senior year in college, when they started talking about I might be having to go overseas. That was the first time I ever thought about that. Like, in school, high school, they should be like, how many of y'all want to play professional anything? Everybody raise their hand. They were like, how many want to play overseas? I'm looking at people raise their hand. I'm like, the hell is that? like what is overseas? Like, what is that? Like, that's something new? So, and there's nothing wrong with that, the way I feel, because I just saw bigger for myself. I saw a different path. Like, I want to be at the highest level you could ever play. Like, I didn't work this hard and put in all these hours for nothing. Like I'm saying, I want to be at the highest you can possibly be at. Like, I feel like I've been training. Me and my dad been working since I was 5. I feel like I've been training to face LeBron James one day. Like, that's really how I feel. I feel like I've been growing up working to one day go against LeBron James. Like, that's just how I feel. So I was hurt, but I was also excited for the opportunity, and I ended up going to Argentina, ended up killing it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a mental roller coaster. Like, they didn't speak English, couldn't talk to anybody. I didn't have another American on my team until later, and it was just real frustrating. On top of me being mad some days just about being out the country, like sometimes I was mad that I was overseas. You feel me? Like, it was just a new experience, and I was dealing with a lot at the time. I was dealing with a breakup that I had just got out of recently, so it was just a lot hit me at one time. A lot of stuff going through my head, and it was hard some days. But back to the original topic. I took it like I looked at the glass half full and half empty. I'm like, you know what? I'm halfway happy that I got this opportunity, but I'm halfway empty, like the fact that I still got to do this, because I feel like I'm just so much better than that. And I know that's probably not a good mindset to have. It's not a good mindset to have going overseas, because you're just going to make it harder for yourself. So you might as well just look at the glass half full. You feel me? And it's an opportunity that a lot of people don't even get the chance to say they ever had. So, but I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about, I had one goal in mind since I was 5 years old, and that was the NBA. So I don't know what this overseas stuff is, but I did it, and I found out. And now that I did it, I'm glad that this is the route for me, because it taught me so much. It opened up my mind so much more. It made me tap into different things that I want to do in life. It made me, like I say this in a lot of the videos, it helped me, going overseas helped me perform music overseas in another country. Like I'll say that a million times, and it's gonna be crazy every time I say that. So I'm glad I did it. Great lesson, and it still shows my story. Delay is not denial. Like I'm a ride or die about delay is not denial. Like I still feel like I'm gonna get that shot in the NBA if I keep working and keep just controlling what I can control. Like I'm big on that cliche statement, but it is what it is. Like I said, I do a lot of this for teaching points for kids, people who are in college, in school, high school, whatever, people who are already pro. Like, control what you can control, and at the end of the day, whatever results happen, you can't be mad at it, because everything is God's. It's God's book, man. You know what I'm saying? He writing it. We just in the book. We the characters in the book. We control what we can control. As long as I'm doing what I can do on the court to the best of my ability, whatever outcome happens, what am I mad for? Like, I did everything that I could possibly do. You know what I'm saying? And that is what it is. So I make this video to really encourage everybody to be more open-minded about overseas basketball. Still chase your dream, whatever level you want to play on. Don't stop until you feel like you just maxed out. And if the opportunity just never comes, at least you went out hustling. You feel me? Like, that's the most respect. That's the most respectful thing that anybody could even like look at. Like, I have the utmost respect for anybody that chase their dreams and go all out in it, and just stepping out on a leap of faith and just going all out. Like, dude, you gotta respect it. So that's my story on how I found out that I had to go overseas for basketball. For everybody that's new to the channel, I still do play overseas. This past year I was in Portugal. Where I'm playing this upcoming year, I'm not sure yet. You know what I'm saying? It's still early, but when I do sign or when I do get an offer, I will make a video about the contract, about where I'm going, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated 24/7. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And everybody, if you got any questions, comment below what it is. Like I said, I'm here to answer everybody's questions. Young, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, pro. I'm here to answer everything. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got any recommendations on videos that y'all want to hear from me, or recommendations on what you want me to inform you about, anything, feel free. Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, I want to be here to educate y'all and, you know what I'm saying, help y'all, make y'all journey easier for y'all. You feel me? Like, when I do these videos, I feel like I'm talking to somebody one-on-one. So whoever watching is like, I feel like we really having a one-on-one convo. You see, I'm not editing the video. If I mess up on a word, I'm gonna keep going. Like, this is a real convo. This ain't feel like, it's not just like for the YouTube. You feel me? Like, this is a real live combo that we having. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all 24/7. So, like I said, subscribe to the channel, BCO TV. I'm back with another video soon. Stay tuned.